All right, hey guys, I showed you a good bump shot for this fourth hole. We're going to not do it like that this time. I'm going to show you guys the fairway shot. If you want to, stick to that bump shot that I did, just increase the adjustment like I mentioned in my video for the last one. But I do want to give you an alternative perspective as to kind of another way to make this. And I'm still going to use maybe a plus 10% and still use my max number just as a starting point. Now, I don't know if I'm going to, always do this, but, just as a kind of a starting guide, I'm going to land right around here. You can see my ball guide offset. You can see that the ball guide's offset, and I'm going to go extra rings and still use the max adjustment. It's because I'm going over all this water and stuff, so I want to make sure that I'm going enough rings. So let's just see how this turns out. And, watching the very first revision, you can, start to perfect it if it's off. So here you can see one of the things I can do is just offset my ball guide just a little bit more. Or I could, for instance, increase to plus 20% and go in an extra, 8.8 rings or something. Might have been enough to actually make that on that line. So you'll see that either way you do it, I think you'll have a chance to do it. In a perfect world, that bump is going to give you a better hole-in-one chance. However, we need to make sure that when you actually hit the bump, that it actually rolls out consistent, especially on an angled slope like that. So if it's not rolling out consistent for you, you'll just want to switch over to this guide. But alternatively, if you can use that rough bump, that's going to be typically your number one hole-in-one type method. Like, it's going to be a lot easier to keep it on the ground and hole out than it is to hit a fairway hop and hole it out, because there's so much more ball guide deflection to worry about on these hop shots. And that has to do with wind effect and the wind pushing the ball, stuff like that. So good luck with that hole, guys, and I'll see you guys for hole 5 coming up.